There are over 3,000 men and women on probation here in the CNMI and around 40 some who have been granted parole. Many now trying to pick up the pieces and learn from their mistakes. But they can't do it without the help of certain individuals who have dedicated their lives to law enforcement and rehabilitation.
Being in there is frustrating. All you can do is sit down and think. And you talk to other people, but it doesn't help. You get your phone calls every day, and it just makes you miss being out more.
Pascual de Leon Guerrero describes his lonely days inside a cell. After pleading guilty to sexual assault of a minor in 2007, he spent a year in detainment at the Department of Corrections.
Imagine you're stuck in your room 24 hours a day, and all you see are four walls. No trees, no sunshine, and all you have is 1 hour of fresh air. And when you go out for 1 hour of fresh air, it's 20-foot high walls with a chain link on top, and all you see is the sky, still no trees.
And trees weren't the only thing lacking inside those prison walls.
With the rehabilitation, there was none. There was none to help us grow or change or help us so that when we do get out, we won't make the same mistakes.
The 26-year-old says it wasn't until being granted parole nearly 2 years ago that's made the difference in who he's becoming today.
They're so supportive of us that when we're out, they help us so much to get a job, to become better people. And that's what they've done for me. They've actually helped me change and become a better person.
But he was faced with some big challenges along the way.
When they see that we're an ex-con or we have a rap sheet or that we're a parolee, they're really hesitant to hire us. They're worried about it. But it's frustrating for us because we go out and then we go back to parole and they ask us, have you gotten a job yet? And we tell them it's hard. We go out and it's like they don't want to hire us.
And that's where his parole officer comes into play.
The parole officers and the parole board, but most especially the parole officers, they'll try and go out and talk to the business community and tell them, you know, these are the people you want to hire because they've seen a change. We noticed that change, and they're trying to be better people. They're trying to prove themselves to be productive members.
Next month will be De Leon Guerrero's 1-year anniversary at his job with Fleet Marine Industrial, where he's employed as a diesel mechanic. And this is the person he says he owes it all to.
You have to be mentally, physically, spiritually ready. It takes a lot out of you, and it takes you away from your family a lot. And if you're not prepared for that.
Leanna Peters has been a parole officer for 2 years and was a corrections officer for 4 years prior to that.
I've always wanted to be in law enforcement. It just drives me to know that I can help somebody else. Make a difference in the community, because I think when I make a difference in the community, I'm also benefiting my family as well, because I'm trying to make it safer for the community and for my family as well. So that's how I look at it.
This week, in dedication of those who are making a difference in the lives of hundreds of inmates, July 17th through the 23rd has been proclaimed Probation, Parole, and Community Supervision Week.
We want the community and everybody else to recognize probation officers, parole officers for what they do, because it's hard to see us as same as DPS or others. We're pretty much on the back burner. A lot of people don't understand our duties, our responsibilities.
But no one understands more than the ones whose lives have been touched the most by the men and women of the CNMI Board of Parole and Office of Probation.
Being on parole has given me a second chance. In DOC, being in prison, you notice everything taken away. You notice what's most important to you. And if you're smart enough, you look at it and you change. And I like to think I'm smart enough.